The house had gone quiet again, but not the kind of quiet you trusted. Dawn and Renee lay in the guest bed upstairs, each pretending to sleep, each wide awake. Renee kept hearing it, a faint thud, then another, from somewhere below. Dawn muttered, "House settling," which sounded exactly like the excuse you make when you don't want to check the basement at 2 a.m. Downstairs, Patricia stirred. She woke on the basement mattress, her body stiff and her bladder screaming at her. She whispered up into the dark, "Katie? I need to pee." No answer, just the hum of the dehumidifier and the steady tick of pipes. She shifted, and on the chair beside the mattress she saw it. A folded diaper, absurdly white in the gloom. The sight made her throat tighten. She stared at it the way you stare at a joke you don't want to laugh at, because to laugh is to admit you understand it. Her hands shook, but she slipped it on. Better that than an accident on the bare floor. Better that than giving Katie one more reason to say, "See? You need me." When the door finally opened, Katie stood framed in the kitchen light like a host checking on a guest who hadn't RSVP'd. She descended the stairs with a plastic bag of supplies and that calm smile she used to wear at slumber parties. "You just have to stay a little longer," Katie said, setting down a box of granola bars. "Once I convince you to stay with me forever, I'll let you out. Then you can be free. Your own decision of freedom." "My mom is worried sick," Patricia said. Her voice cracked. "She's probably calling the police." "Please, Katie, please." Katie pushed the granola box closer. "Eat something. It'll help." Patricia reached, but her real target wasn't the food. She lunged for Katie's wrist, yanking hard, trying to drag herself toward the stairs. For a second, hope bloomed. "Stop!" Katie snapped, and then her fist came fast and ugly. The punch landed across Patricia's cheek sharp enough to drop her against the wall. Light burst in her head. "What the heck, Katie?" she gasped, clutching her face. Katie froze, eyes huge, staring at her own hand. I didn't mean..." She stammered, choking on her apology. I'm sorry. But her jaw clenched, anger still glowing underneath. "You make it so hard," she hissed. Patricia's tears finally spilled. "You're the one making it hard." Katie backed away, shaking, and left her there with the water bottle and the bars. The lock clicked above, and the basement swallowed Patricia again. Upstairs, Katie tried to look normal. She buttered toast with robotic precision. Dawn wandered in, hair askew, suspicion lingering in his voice. "What's in your basement, Katie?" Katie's hand stalled a fraction of a second, then resumed spreading. "Storage, boxes, old treadmill. Why?" "Thought I heard something." "House noises," she said smoothly. "Old houses do that. They settle." Renee studied her over the rim of her mug. "You've been down there a lot lately." "I'm decluttering," Katie replied too quickly. "Embarrassing, really. Please don't look." Her laugh was light, but the kitchen air had grown heavier. That night, Renee woke again. The clock glowed 2:10 a.m. She heard it clearly now, a muffled clang from below. She shook Dawn. "It's the basement. Something's down there." She padded into the hall, and the glow from the bathroom nightlight stretched across the floor. She was nearly to the kitchen when Katie materialized from the dark. "Hey, couldn't sleep?" Katie's voice was bright, desperate. "I heard something," Renee said. "I'm going to check." "No." Katie blocked her with sudden energy. "It's just boxes shifting. Really. Don't. It's a mess." Her smile wobbled. Renee hesitated, then retreated. The noise below went silent, like it knew it had been overheard. The next day, Patricia tried again. She pulled at the basement window, scratched at the screws with a foil wrapper, whispered every prayer she remembered from childhood. Nothing moved. The world upstairs carried on. Laughter, clinking dishes, footsteps she couldn't time right. By afternoon, Katie appeared with apple slices, granola bars, and water. She set them halfway down the stairs and wouldn't come closer. "Only a little longer," Katie said. "I promise." "You said that yesterday," Patricia whispered. And I mean it today. You meant it yesterday, too. Katie's eyes filled. When you leave, I go quiet. It's like the colors drain out, don't you get it? You're the only one who makes me feel whole. Patricia shook her head slowly. Then let me choose. Because this isn't friendship. Katie bolted the door again. The words, best friends forever, echoed like a curse in Patricia's mind. That night, the basement betrayed itself. The dehumidifier overflowed, water snaked to a power strip, and there was a loud pop. The smoke detector upstairs chirped once, an unhelpful bird call. Katie stormed to the door, annoyed. Patricia was ready. She shoved a split shelf under the knob, wedged it just enough, then lunged at Katie as she stepped down. They tumbled into the kitchen in a tangle, Patricia clinging to Katie's waist, Katie dragging her back, the half-open basement door spilling light like a secret unveiled. Renee dropped her plant mister, rushing in. Dawn raised a wrench. "Help me!" Patricia cried, voice breaking. "Don't!" Katie begged, face frantic, hands clawing at her friend. Renee grabbed Patricia's shoulders, pulled her free. "I've got you." Her voice was steel. "Let go, Katie." Katie's hands trembled, then slipped away. "It was just a little longer," she whispered, collapsing against the counter. Sirens were already on their way. Later, when the officers took Katie gently by the arms, she murmured, "She said forever. She said it. When we were 12. Patricia sat at the kitchen table, Renee's arm around her shoulders, Dawn making tea with shaking hands. She pressed a towel to her swollen cheek and laughed once, bitter and small. "I kept thinking if I screamed I'd be rude," she said. Renee tightened her grip. "You can be rude to a locked door." Patricia nodded, finally allowing herself to cry. Upstairs, the guest room waited, and for the first time in days, she'd sleep without the basement humming under her skin.